Hi, brothers and sisters. This is John Casilag, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Our gospel for today is taken from the ninth chapter of the book of John, verses 1 to 41. This is about the healing of the man born blind. So the story goes like this: Jesus and his disciples were walking and saw this man who was blind from birth. The disciples began this encounter by asking Jesus whether it was the sin of the parents or the sin of the man that caused him to be blind. As Jesus took pity on him, he spat on the ground and made mud with the saliva, after which he spread the mud on the man's eyes. After instructing him to wash in the Pool of Siloam, he comes back able to see. A miracle, a healing miracle has been witnessed. The neighbors questioned whether this was the actual blind man that they had known for many years. Being brought to the Pharisees then questioned the credibility of Jesus as he healed on the day of the Sabbath. Then they questioned the man if he was really blind from birth. Then his parents were questioned, who were then struck with fear. The Pharisees were not satisfied and called for the man again and asked him what Jesus did to restore his sight, declaring with a lot of judgment that God does not listen to sinners. And as they encountered Jesus, they continued to cast doubt upon him, and instead of believing, continued to focus on themselves instead of the man and the healing miracle that he had performed. Like many of the characters in this story, brothers and sisters, we too often live our lives with a lot of judgment, doubt, anxiety, fear, and even self righteousness, all despite knowing and acknowledging the presence of God in our lives. For the disciples, it was judgment that sin caused this man to be blind. For the neighbors who saw the healing sign, it was doubt that it was even the same man. For the Pharisees, it was this feeling of self righteousness, declaring that the healing violated God's laws about working on the Sabbath. For this man's parents, it was fear that believing in the man who had cured their son would cause them to be persecuted, and in so doing, left their son to answer for himself. But for this man, who had been unable to see anything from birth, who has had to beg to survive, who has likely been scorned, ridiculed, and even seen as worthless, the lowest of the low, this encounter with Jesus was simple. It changed his life. And he declared, Lord, I believe. Brothers and sisters, you choose, we choose what comes out of our encounter with Jesus. Let us all be like this man who was once blind and now can see, who encountered Jesus and instead of judgment, doubt, fear, or self righteousness, chose to stand in awe of the healing miracle he received, who fearlessly declared Jesus as a prophet and believed him to be the Messiah, who stood in the presence of the Lord and worshiped. What about you? Are you ready to believe? Today, my brothers and sisters, pray for the gift of faith, and may your encounter with Jesus change your life. If you're blessed today, do like and share this page so that many more may hear about this great, great, great love of God. Have a blessed week.